Hey y'all, what's shaking? It's your girl, Soul Sister Shelley. Happy Wisdom Wednesday, y'all. I didn't even put that in the description, but it's Wisdom Wednesday, and I hope everybody is having a fabulous Wisdom Wednesday. Of course I do. You want to know why? Because I have a secret. Hold on, let me grab my water. Okay. Y'all want to hear what it is? If you do, stick around. Because I have a secret. And it's why I'm hoping y'all are having a fabulous Wisdom Wednesday. Because when it hits the fan, which it did for me yesterday, pretty intensely. If it's happened to you, you had one of those days, then this message is for you. Because on this Wisdom Wednesday, y'all, I'm going to tell you what my secret is to keeping on, and smiling. And the word of the day is optimism. We're going to talk about optimism. I know that when things are difficult, what up, Craig? Thanks for that love. Hi, Manders. What's up, girl? Manda, you're an optimist. I know you are. The glass half full. Every cloud has a silver lining type stuff, even when things suck. Well, I'm going to talk to y'all about it today. I'm going to tell you I was thinking about this a lot. People have said to me throughout my life, how are you so optimistic? How do you keep smiling? I'm going to give you all 5 tips. I thought about this for 24 hours. I was on the road. I know you are, girl. I know. I love that about you. Like attracts like, right? Ooh, that's one of my 5 tips on staying optimistic, okay? So I thought that this would be helpful in helping you all. I always want you to live an abundant life full of peace, love, and joy. And people can be optimistic or pessimistic. And I even did a survey on this. There was about 80 people. You wouldn't believe that out of like 80 people, about 30 people thought that they were pessimists. And so I thought, well, that's almost 50%. So why don't I give a few tips on how to stay optimistic? I watched a little video. I'll tell you about this cute little video I watched, and then I'll tell you what happened yesterday. And then I'll give you some tips, y'all. Okay? So I hope everybody's doing great. I watched this little video. It's the cutest little thing. Was this little boy, right? He's the cutest little thing. And he's out there on this baseball field, just all by his daggone self. And he says out loud, I'm the best hitter in the world. And he throws the ball up and he swings and straight miss, right? And he picks the ball up. He looks at it and he says, I'm the greatest hitter in the world. Throws it up again. Misses. Poor little guy. I felt so sad for him at the moment. And he looks at it again. He throws it up and I'm thinking to myself, this old boy, he's going to knock it out the park. He wasn't probably 7 or 8 years old. He throws it up the 3rd time and he swings. And y'all got it. He swings and daggone it, he misses. But the 3rd time he says, I'm the best pitcher in the world because he struck himself out. And I just thought that was so cute, but that is just like the epitome of optimism. When things don't go the way you expected or the way you'd hoped, or when things in your life or the circumstances are just overbearing and you're overwhelmed and you're in the dark and you're backed into a corner, or you feeling like you quote unquote failed. How do you flip the script? How do you stay optimistic? And so I thought, wow, that's just such a great little story to start into this live tonight. And I have a timer over here for 6 minutes. I'm not going to start the timer until I have to do the tips. I can give you 5 tips in 5 minutes. Watch that. But I have to tell you what happened to me yesterday first in maintaining optimism. So I got on the road to take a trip south, and it's typically like a 6.5 hours or 7 hour trip. So It's almost like the strike three with the little boy, okay? First, hey y'all, what's up? Thanks for hopping on. And I get on the road, and I'll spare all the details of what happened on the road, but the trip didn't end up being 6.5 hours or 7 hours. It was more like a little over 9. And that was with me only making one stop, and I grabbed gas and I went to the bathroom. So yeah, I'll just, do the math on that. So that was what happened first. Then I got to my destination, and I had to go to the bathroom really bad because I'd only stopped one time in 9 hours to get gas and go to the bathroom. And I get out to my dad's place at the lake, and I'm so excited to get there, and I know where he has the key, right? I grab this hide key, and I go running inside, go to the bathroom, and then I ran back outside just because I was at the lake and I was excited, and I locked myself out of the camper. So I was like, I've been in the car for 9 hours. I got up around 5 a.m. I'm like, are you serious? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. What didn't end there? So I leave the lake, and I get back to the house that I'm staying at. And again, so excited to be here. I unload everything from the car, and I just gotten a new outdoor umbrella for the deck, table. And I walk outside after my 9-hour trip, and after locking myself hey, what's up, y'all? After locking myself out of the camper, I go to put this umbrella in this big, it's not like a little small round table. It was 6 chairs, so pretty big table. I have some pictures of it. I should post them. But I go to put this umbrella in, and I'm a pretty strong girl, and it wasn't that heavy. And I pick the umbrella up, and I stick it in the center hole on this table, and the umbrella topples and poof, shattered. It was like an explosion, y'all. It was like a gun went off. And I got glass in my feet. I jumped back. I screamed. And then I'm just standing here looking at all this glass all over the deck where I busted this table of my dad's. And he was out of town. He's back today. But between locking the keys in the camper and then busting the table and then being on the road for way longer than I anticipated, not to mention I was supposed to leave like 2 weeks ago and couldn't because I had car problems that I had to get fixed so that I could even leave. So that started it all. And I know these are not like major life-changing, altering circumstances, but you all get my point, right? So was I walking around bitching and complaining about it all or everything? No, I stayed optimistic. Like one of the things I did when I locked myself out of the camper, as I was like, well, I'm locked out of the camper. I'll text my dad, but he was on a motorcycle trip, so I didn't think I'd hear back from him, to be honest. I didn't. But I didn't want to leave until I could let him know what I had done and see what he wanted me to do to take care of it. Like if there was somebody else in the campground that had a spare, or where he was keeping this spare or whatnot. So I hopped on the golf cart and I just rode around for like an hour at the lake because I was like, well, I mean, I'm locked out now and I can't really do anything. Can't get in. I'd taken my laptop in, so I couldn't get on my laptop and work or anything like that. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll just ride around on the golf cart and enjoy this. And then when I broke the table, I was like, oh gosh, dude, I'm going to probably get in trouble. Here I am, an adult. But I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to be upset. He wasn't at all, by the way, because he's an optimist as well. But I ended up thinking, well, what can I do about the blah, 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 blah. I won't, but I had to maintain this optimism. And here's what I want to tell you all in 6 minutes. I'm going to tell you 5 ways that you can do it. And these are not the be all end alls, but I think they're really helpful. So let me tell you what I think. If you're going to take some notes, this is the time to get your pen and paper out from Miss Shelley. Okay? All right. So number one. By the way, I've had a pretty rough day today too. So if anybody else has, you're not alone. And this may be able to help lift your spirits and staying optimistic if you've had a crappy day. because I almost didn't hop on Wisdom Wednesday, but I was like, all the more reason. Sharing is caring, and all the more reason for me to hop on so I can inspire you all, hopefully, and give you a little bit of nuggets of wisdom. Let's have, give you all some nuggets of wisdom on how you stay optimistic when things just are not going your way. All right, so listen, number one, focus on what you can control. There are so many things in life, y'all, that we cannot control. So many circumstances, so many things that are happening outside in the world, so many things that just happen in our life that we cannot control. And if you sit and harp on that and dwell on it and ruminate, you can't stay optimistic sitting there in the funk. Like, I'll give you even an example. When I broke the table, I stood there for a while just staring at it and was thinking to myself, how can I fix this? Where's it like thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces? It's not like I was going to be able to glue it back together. I couldn't control that. I started thinking about, well, it's the end of the season. There's probably going to be outdoor tables on sale somewhere. Where can I look to find a table to put back there before my dad gets back in town? And I just try to replace it and hope that he didn't notice that I destroyed it. This is a table we've had for a long time too, which is another thing I said to him. I was like, yeah, we've had that table forever anyways, Dad. We need a new one. That one thing's old. It's been 4 different places that we've lived. I said, we needed a new one anyways. But there's things you can't control. Nothing I could do after it was broken. After things hit the fan or things are going on in your life or in your world or outside of your, anything that you can control, you have to just let it go. You can't control it. So focus on the things you can control. That's how you stay optimistic. Start thinking about solutions, not the problem. Don't focus on the problem, fam. Focus on the solution. That's number one. Oh, I better hurry. Number two, don't react. Don't react. There's a difference between reacting to things and responding to things. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times when you react, it's like a knee-jerk response, right? So when you react to things, you often make bad decisions. You can often make the situation worse. You have to be able to take a step back, walk away, take a breath, realize it's out of your control, know that you can't control the situation, and then choose to respond to the situation with a clear mind. Once you step away, once you have an eagle's eye view, once you look at all your options, and then you make a response to the situation. You do not react to the situation. And this could happen in any kind of circumstance. That you want to stay optimistic, don't react to it. Respond to the situation. Respond means that you stop and think about it before you make any kind of decisions and you make matters worse, okay? Number 3, stay calm. Calm is your superpower. That's one of my favorite mantras. Stay calm. When you get all wrapped up in your emotions, if somebody has hurt you or you're angry or you're bitter or you're anxious about something, you're worried about finances or your kids or the next decision you have to make, calm is your superpower. It goes back to responding versus reacting. When you're responding to things, that you're remaining calm. When you take a step back, when you walk away from an argument, a situation, or anything that you have to just clear your head, when you walk away and take a step back and assess the situation and respond to it, you remain calm. And when you remain calm, you remain optimistic, because when you're not calm and you have that anxiousness or that anger towards a situation or a person, then you can't stay optimistic when you're not calm. So that's number 3, stay calm. Number 4, remind yourself, and this goes with staying calm. All these are piggybacking each other. If y'all haven't noticed, from Miss Shelley, Soul Sister Shelley says, when things fall apart, things often fall together. Sometimes things have to fall apart in your life, and things have to go away, and things have to crumble so that you can make room for new things, so that things have to crumble so that you can rebuild. Remind yourself that when things fall apart, they often fall together. And you gotta sometimes, we had to make space for a new table. You gotta make space for things in your life. So when things are going away or people are leaving your lives or you're losing things, a job, for example, right? Tell yourself, stay calm and tell yourself when things fall apart, they often fall together. And you have to let go of some things, or you have to let people walk away, or you have to lose things to make room in your energy field for new things. Most of the time, better things. At the moment, I know it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good thing, but if you want to remain optimistic, tell yourself that when things fall apart, they fall together. They often fall together. They come together. My timer's up. Last one. And once again, this flows into the next one. When things fall apart, things often come together. And number 5 is just then keep your options open. Fam, life is fluid. It's meaning that it's always, always changing. So to stay optimistic, don't look right there in front of you at that one single thing or the problem. Don't look at the problems, look at the solutions. Keep your options open. Think of solutions, not the problem. Take that step back. These all kind of go together, but how do I smile? How do I always stay optimistic? How do I keep this kind of mindset through not just yesterday? The past 5 weeks have been a real struggle for me, honestly. Our lives are a struggle, right? But to remain optimistic, we have to keep all our options open. Know that this is right now my current situation. My current situation is not my permanent destination. You know, don't look at what you lost. Look at what you could potentially gain, what those options are, what the options are out there. So when you do that, when you do these 5 things, it's almost like, to me, I was thinking about how, like, if you're backed into an alley, say a dog's chasing you or something, and you're backed into an alley. The pessimist gets backed into the alley, and if the giants are coming at him, the dragons, the demons, the dogs, the naysayers, the negative Nancys, the pessimistic Pauls, the Debbie Downers, everybody that's not in your corner, and you're backed into this corner, and everybody's ganging up on you, what does an optimist do? An optimist looks up, and right there could potentially be a fire escape. And that is the mindset that you have to adopt. Optimists look up. They look up, their glass is half full, and they're looking up when everything's dark, when there's all these clouds in the sky. They're the ones that are looking up and seeing that cloud's got a silver lining. That cloud has a silver lining. Hey, y'all, thanks for hopping on. So you just got to look up. There's always an escape, I guess, is what I'm trying to say by that. There's always a way out. And optimism adopts that mindset that there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way I can fix this. There's got to be a way that things can get better. There's got to be options. I've got to be adaptable. So you've got to, number 1, to stay optimistic, focus on what you can control, not on what you can't control. Number 2, don't react to situations. Take a step back, walk away, get a breath, go outside, get some sun, turn on some music. That'll get you out of a negative headspace, and respond to the situation instead of reacting to the situation, and knowing what you can control and what you can't control. And then number 3, you stay calm. Calm is your superpower. That's how you stay optimistic. Like, okay, I'm just going to stay calm. Smile, stay calm. Take a breath. Know that this current situation is not your permanent destination, because number 4, when things fall apart, I trust and believe they often fall together. Things have to fall apart in your life. Things have to go away to make space for new things and better things. And although it might be hurtful and difficult and challenging and character building, at the moment, tell yourself that when things fall apart, things fall together. And number 5, keep your options open. Be adaptable. You stay optimistic by starting to think There are other ways. Life is fluid. What is happening right now is this right here in front of me is not the be all end alls, okay? It is not going to be the end of the world. Remind yourself of all the things that you've gotten through before and know that this would just be another thing that you'll get through, that adversity builds character, and it's just another character building experience. That's how you stay optimistic. And then at the end of the day, just smile. I mean, the definition of optimism is hopefulness and confidence about the future or the successful outcome of something. You got to focus on what you have, not what you have lost. And, oh, last thing, my pro tip. Ding, 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 ding. See here. What I got? This just adds to my KO. Optimism. Pro tip for optimism. Did you see that, Craig? The mic. Hey, y'all. I need a new mic. I need a new mic. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, at soulsistershelley. I really need a new mic. There's some stars up for me. I got to get a new mic. First of all, I stole this one from my kid. Well, I didn't steal it. She told me she didn't want it anymore. And I've been using it for a few years, and see, it's all cracked. Keeps shorting. That's echo. That's not echo. Anyway, optimism. That's how Soul Sister Shelley stays optimistic. And when, like, my bestie hopped on here at the beginning, I don't know if you're still on here, Amanda, but she is an optimist as well, and like attracts like. So the pro tip is stay away from people that aren't optimistic. Stay away from the pessimistic Pauls and the Debbie Downers and the negative Nancys. I mean, that's one of the easiest ways. Stay away from people, places, and things that are negative. If you are going through something, or if you're somebody that would like peace and love and joy in your life, which optimism is a part of all that, of living abundantly, is staying away from the people that aren't optimistic. That could be family, friends. I know often there's just, you might work in an environment where there's a lot of negativity. Like I said, explore your options. Stay fluid. Stay calm. You don't react. Respond. Look at all your options. Know that if you lose that job, you quit that job, or you leave a certain relationship or a job environment, you're making space for something better. But get that stuff out your life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. We're all meant to live abundantly. And staying optimistic is part of that, because like attracts like. And if you can master these tips, as well as many other, I'm sure, these are just 5 that I thought I'd share with you all that might be helpful to you. And sharing is caring. When you start to adopt an attitude of optimism, you'll bring more people into your life that are optimistic. And it's like a snowball. It just grows. I mean, the people that I couldn't even tell you years ago, y'all, just a few years back, how I would get in such a negative headspace. And now I look at who I surrounded myself with 2 or 3 years ago or 5 years ago, or relationships I got into, or job environments, work environments, and how I had a negative attitude. Well, a lot of it had to do with the people that I was around. So I removed myself from those situations, those people, those places, those things. I started practicing these simple little things that you can do to be more optimistic. And there's not, and this is the truth, and I'm telling you this to inspire you, I don't have anyone in my life right now, not a single person, and I very seriously doubt I will in the future that is negative. I don't have negative people in my life. And if someone does cross my path, you better trust and believe I'm going to be doing these kind of things to make sure that, no, nobody, I don't want to live like that. And I don't want you to either. So the more optimistic you get, the more optimism, the more people that you will be surrounded with, because you will attract those people. Who doesn't like somebody that smiles and is happy and wants to always try to be optimistic and happy and lift other people's up? I mean, I can't stand to be around people that just complain all the time. I just don't. It's not that I can't stand it. I don't do it. I refuse. And very unapologetically, I just be like, you don't feel my vibe. You're not in my tribe. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm better than you. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I think you're a bad person. I just refuse to be around people that, their negativity takes away from my peace and my joy and the love that I want to give out to the world. Because if you're stealing that kind of energy from me, or if you're in my energetic field and bringing me down, guess what? I'm going to take that in to other spaces and places. Like, most importantly, the people I love are my children. I'm not going to be around a bunch of negative people all day that aren't optimistic, and then go home and be in a bad mood because around my little girl who doesn't deserve it. Y'all feel me? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I'm just saying. All right. I hope that helps somebody. I'm sorry that, my foot just fell asleep. Ouch. Okay. Well, with that being said, I just thought about it. Last thing. That hurt. Because after I broke the table, I went out to get some more stuff out of my car and I rolled my ankle. Yeah, I did. So, but I didn't let it steal my optimism. Nope, not today, Satan. Not today. Okay, so I hope that helps somebody. And if it helped you, then my work here is done. And if you think it could help somebody else that has kind of been in a negative headspace, either tell them what I said or share this video with them. And I hope you all are having a wonderful Wisdom Wednesday. And so, therefore, I'm going to have to send you some good vibes. Good vibes. Lots and lots. And lots of good vibes. I did not mean for that to be so long. Apologies, but I hope it helped. All right. So, I want y'all to live an abundant life. And abundant life, according to me, is one that is full of peace and love and joy. Thanks for all the love, y'all. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for the stars. Thanks for the donations so I can get a new mic. Oh, yeah, I'll be rocking it too. I even want some suggestions. I think I want a purple one, or purple or teal. Yeah, I do. So, if you want to contribute, you know how. Yeah. All right. Love y'all to pieces. Have a great evening. Smooches. Smooches. Peace.